Hello everybody, welcome in here to the Truth Serum. Joey the Truth Wagner with you. Thank you so much for watching on this Sunday afternoon. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. This early window of the NFL today for me has been equal parts entertaining, equal parts relaxing. Steelers on the bye week, so no games for me to call. But how about the New Orleans Saints? Today they are off the schneid. They get their first win of the year at home. 26-14 the final over the Giants as they forced New York and Jackson Dart in the turnover after turnover after turnover after turnover. It led to a 12-point win. Also, how about the Carolina Panthers picking themselves off the deck? They were down 17-0 to Miami. They storm back, win it late, winning touchdown in the final 2 minutes. What a day for Rico Dowdle. 206 yards on the ground. And it is a 27-24 win for the Panthers. They are 2-3 on the year. Horrific loss for Tua in Miami. They drop to 1-4 earlier today in London. Carson Wentz game-winning touchdown in the final minutes. In the final minute, literally, over Cleveland, 21-17 the final. Minnesota 3-2 goes to their bye. Cleveland 1-4 has to fly back into the States. Plays the Pittsburgh Steelers next Sunday, which we will be on the call for, by the way. Also, a couple of big-time laughers. Daniel Jones in the middle of the MVP race. Another great performance, another great game by the Colts. Indy just trounces the Raiders 40-6. Indy 4-1 on the year. And C.J. Stroud with a phenomenal game. The Houston Texans getting back on track. 44-10 the final over the Ravens. C.J. Stroud had 4 passing touchdowns, in the Ravens struggling massively without Lamar Jackson. He is projected to potentially miss next week's game as well against the Rams. And a great effort right now by Sean Payton and his Denver Broncos in Philly against the Eagles. Denver is up by a point with 2 minutes to go. Can Denver complete that ball game and get the win? They were down 17-3 end of the third. They are leading by 1 and looking to add to the lead there late. And the New York Jets are awful. They are absolutely pathetic. They are going to lose again. They're going to go 0-5, 0-3 at home as the Dallas Cowboys just took it to them. And Dallas more competitive than I thought they would be this year.